Brahma Gururvishnu Gururdevo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay.
21st sentence.
Yeah.
Trees delight travelers by their shade.
Correct. Trees. Where is the 21st means Hani Ramas? Trees delight the travelers by their shade.
By their shade. Taravaha chayaya panthan ahladayanti.
Correct.
So, the Panchami agutta chayayaha.
No. Ekandre by ide alave. By their shade is only a with. By their shade means with only. Tritiya only. Taravaha panthan chayaya ahladayanti. This ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಿಲ್ಲವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವೃಕ್ಷಛಾಯ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ? ಎ ಸಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎ ಸಿ that ahladayati pleases. Ahladayati is pleasing. It delights. So it is the AC that delights people of these days. In those days vrukshachaya. See, taravaha vrukshachaya. Here again, as I told you, cha vruksha chaya chakara addition gets added. So vrukshachaya. ಛದ್ಮ ಎಂದು ನೋಡಿದೀಯಾ? ಛದ್ಮ. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಛದ್ಮ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ? ಮಾರುವೇಷ. ಛದ್ಮ. ಛದ್ಮವೇಷ. ಛದ್ಮ is in the geese, in the disguise of ಛದ್ಮ. So cha, whenever a word begins with cha, before that if there is a vowel, generally there is a vowel only. So vowel, it becomes a cha, it becomes a double, another cha, small cha, that is a alpa prana cha gets added there. Ichha also the same thing. Ichha, of course, the dhatu itself is a cha. Chanda. Chanda means chanda is ichha only. One's choice or one's ichha. Swachanda. Swa, one's chanda, one's own choice. There again cha gets added. Swa plus chanda, swachanda. Swa plus chanda, swachanda. Swa plus ichha, swecha. Ichha padadalli already cha is there already. ಸ್ವಚ್ಛಂದ. ಇನ್ನೇನು? ಸ್ವಚ್ಛಂದ. ಓಕೆ ಅಪ್ಪ, ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಸೊ ತರವಹ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಛಾಯೆಯ ಪಾಂಥಾನ್ ಆಹ್ಲಾದಯಂತಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತರವಹ ಇಸ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂ ವರ್ಡ್. ಛಾಯೆಯ ವಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೋ. ಪಾಂಥ ಇಸ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂ ವರ್ಡ್. ಪಾಂಥ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ರಾಮ ಶಬ್ದ. Pantha. Did he use the same thing? Like Pullinga only. Rama Shabda. Okay. But the path, Pantha is one. There is a Pantha. Pantha is a road. Road or a path. But the Pantha pada is difficult. The path or the road, meaning path or road, English path or road. So for that in Sanskrit is a pantha. Pantha, panthanau, panthanaha, panthanam, panthanau. Then it changes. Then it changes. So it is a pantha. Pantha ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ತೆಲುಗು ಗ್ರಾಂಥಿಕದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಪಾಂಥುಡು. Pantha. Telugu people use lot of Sanskrit words. Okay, next.
Rama's departure to a forest with Vishwamitra was consented to by his father.
Little long sentence.
Vishwamitrena saha Ramasya vanaya gamanam pitra anvamanyata.
Beautiful. Vishwamitrena saha Ramaya. Vishwamitrena saha. See, Ramasya vanangamanam you can say. Vanaya gamanam also you can say. As we told you, gamanam, when the gamanam going is there, the verb going to the place where you are going, it governs either dvitiya or chaturthi. The place where you are going can be either dvitiya or chaturthi. So vanangamanam vanaya gamanam. Vishwamitrena saha Ramasya vanangamanam athava vanaya gamanam. Ramasya vanam or vanaya gamanam. See here, Rama's going to forest. Ramasya departure to forest. Ramasya vanaya gamanam. See, Ramasya gamanam is a noun and Rama is a noun. The relation between two nouns is Vitishashti. Ramasya gamanam. Kutra gamanam? Vanaya gamanam. See the expression he says. Ramasya vanaya gamanam. Ramana ಕಾಡುಕಿ ಹೋಗುವಿಕೆ. ರಾಮನ ಕಾಡುವಿಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಿಕೆ. ರಾಮನ ಕಾಡುವಿಕೆ ಎಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. ರಾಮನ ಹೋಗುವಿಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಗುವುದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಎರಡು ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ರಾಮನ ಹೋಗುವುದು ಟು ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ರಾಮನ ಹೋಗುವಿಕೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕೇ ಹೊರತು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೇ ರಾಮಾಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್, ರಾಮಾಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಚರ್, ನಾಟ್ ರಾಮಾಸ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ವನಂಗಮನಂ, ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ವನಾಯ ಗಮನಂ, ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ಗಮನಂ ಟು ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಸಿ ವಿಶ್ವಾಮಿತ್ರೇಣ ಸಹ ರಾಮಸ್ಯ ವನಾಯ ಗಮನಂ ವಾಸ್ ಕನ್ಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು. ಅಲ್ಲವೇ, was consented to means it is a was consented is a passive and also past tense. So anumanyate, man dhatu with anu upasarga, anumanyate is the form. If you use it past passive but past tense, anvamanyata, by whom did he say? Pitra, by his father. Andrenu vanayagamanam pitra anvamanyata. Beautiful. So anvamanyata is one word. Here remaining are there is nothing, only that vanaya. The sentence construction is a little difficulty, but other there is no, only pitra, rukara anta pada is there. Pitra is one word, anvamanyata is another word. Two words we have to learn. Okay, next. So it's very clear. Ramasya vanaya gamanam pitra anvamanyata, it was consented to. See, in English all those prepositions you have to add. Pitra anvamanyata, it was consented to by father, by his father. By his father, all that means pitra. Anvamanyata, consented to, was consented to. See, in anvamanyata one word, you write in English it will be three words. Was consented to, four words. Therefore Sanskrit is a cryptic language, some people told. Cryptic means it's a very briefly states. So anu amanyata, there is a past tense, there is a passive in that. See, when you add it, it became past, and also passive form. In one word, past tense, passive, all that is included, and the person is also included, whether it is a first person, third person, all that included. So that one word is a very cryptic language. It includes many ideas. When you open it up, in English it becomes a one sentence. One word, if you translate, it becomes a one sentence. Okay. Next.
The wind is scattering the dark clouds. Vayuho shyaman meghan nirasyati.
No, is it past tense or present? Is scattering. Nirasyati, correct.
Nirasa pada bandila, ಹಿಂದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಬಂದೆ.
ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಂತ?
ಅಂದರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ
ಓಹ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ಯಾ? ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಬಂತು ಅನಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಸ್ಯತಿ ನಿರಸ್ಯತಿ ಬಂತಪ್ಪ.
ಅಸ್ ಬಂತು.
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇವನು at the end of the book in the Parishishta, in the appendix, he has given the vocabulary in alphabetical order. Because in the first few chapters, that's why I didn't tell you that there is an appendix at the end of the book, then you refer. I never told it until we crossed the 15th, 16th chapter or 17th. Now we have come to 19th. Recently, I think 17th, 18th, I told you. Because if had I told them, people start immediately referring the last, and they see where we are studying the Vata, there alone they start using Vayu. And Yesaya Namaha, they start using like that. So I say, what you did not learn, why do you use? He say, I saw it at the end of the book and then you started using. Unknown words also they start using all mistake. Then I told, unless people learn, should not use it. Therefore I tell them, I never told them about that Parishishta, the what you call the appendix at the end of the word.
Glossary.
Not appendix, glossary. Glossary. I did not tell about the glossary. I told much later. So, but in the glossary, they should have done. I think next edition I would like to do that. Any word, right from the beginning, we should go. Whenever a new word occurs, immediately search in the last and add the page number. The word, its meaning, and add the page number. So then you understand. Sometimes the same word has got more than one meaning. Then if supposing the same word has more than one meaning, first meaning is taught in the first lesson and second meaning comes after 2 or 3 lessons later. To the meaning you add the page number. So when you refer these words for these things, now we are in the 19th chapter. You have to use only those meanings which were covered so far in the 19th chapters alone. Don't cover the words which are going to come after the 19th. So that would become easy. Whether the word has already come or not, we would know easily. He should have put that numbers to the Sanskrit words as well as to the English words. He should have given. I think Nirasyati has come in this or previous chapter. Only in 1 or 2 chapters alone I can tell you. Nirasyati, Manu, Anumanyata, Nirmiyata, Bhriyate. I think Nirasyati has come just in previous chapter only, I think. Let us check it here. Sramsate, Lajjate, Mantrayate, Avamanyate, Dvamsate. Just we'll check, we'll take little time and check so that we become clear about it. Oh, it has not come. Sometimes if it has not come, I generally tell. So this is going to come and we must have done it, I would tell generally. Then otherwise we will, I think, did I add?
No, you didn't.
I didn't add in this. Correct. See, I'll tell you. Nirasyati should come here. You add, I think. I didn't tell you. Didn't tell you? You better add in your book alone. In the 71 page, Vancha word is there.
71 page.
After the Vancha at the end of it, Nirasyati you add. Nir plus as. 4p, 4pa. That is Chaturtha Gana, 4th Gana, Parasmai Pada. Nir plus as. Asyati. It means scatter. You go to the 92 page, which is going to come. It teaches this Nirasyati in 92 page. See, in the vocabulary, below the vocabulary, now words are there. Third word, Akhila Abhisheka As. As with to scatter. He uses there. But already used here.
Correct.
Therefore, I brought it here and noted down the page number 92. So, a few mistakes are there. See, whatever few mistakes were there in the first edition, in the later edition, Bhandarkar himself corrected, and later his son corrected. In spite of them, these remained. So these mistakes, only the teachers who teach the book, they should note down, and whatever mistakes we have corrected, we have noted down. All these things we should suggest to them. In the next edition, they should improve it. I think since it has gone 30-40 editions, now it is more than century old book, so nobody is bothering to further correct. Already it is a foolproof and they are just ignoring it. But I have added in my notes. So in my guide I am going to add. As I told you, I am going to add. I have added. I think I have, just a minute, I think in my vocabulary I have added, I think. In my vocabulary, Nirasyati Anekasha. Verbs, did we teach verbs? Nirma, yes, Nirasyati I added in my vocabulary. So Nirasyati. See, as means to throw. But this as word is familiar, did I say, in our Indian languages? Asta. Asta means thrown. Surya asta. Surya was thrown. Suryasya astaha. Astam gacchati. Asta is a thrown there. Asyati means to throw. This asyati word is familiar. Parasta. Parasta means defeated. Para, away, thrown away. Parasta. Another is abhyasyati. Abhyasyati, abhyasa. In abhyasa is not that asti dhatu is not there. Asti, you should not say that. Asabhuvi, one word is there, asti, to be, to exist. Another is in upasana word is there, upa-aste, as upaveshane. Aste, asate, second conjugation atmanepadi. Upaste in upasana, that has not yet come because second gana dhatus we are going to study in the second book. So upaste, one is that as upaveshane. Then another is as, this is scattering. For this asakshepe. Asukshepa means to throw. So asabhuvi, asa to exist, asa to throw, asa to sit. Three are there. If once you know the three, then it becomes there, you won't be yet confused. You need to know. Okay, you note down. Asabhuvi, asa to exist, that is asti. Asabhuvi, Panini's root is asabhuvi. That is asti, asti, to exist. The second is asa kshepe, asukshepe, asu. That is asukshepe. Asu, Panini, according to Panini, he adds it ukara to distinguish it. Asabhuvi is akaranta. Asu is ukaranta. Asukshepe, put a dash and kshepa is throwing away. To scatter it is. It is a fourth conjugation, asyati. Since it is a fourth, asyati. First one is second conjugation, parasmaya, 2p, 2pa. Second parasmaya pada, asti. This one is fourth parasmaya pada, asyati. Now next is the second atmane pada, asa upaveshane. Just I confirm it. Asa upaveshane, as, only halanta, hal, as, sakaranta. As upaveshane. Upaveshanam means sitting. This is second atmane pada. Therefore, as upaveshane. So the dhatus you have to distinguish. First one is asa, akaranta. Second one is asu, asyati. Third one is as upaveshane. In upaste comes that. Aste, asate, asate. Then asa, second one. Now we are studying now. To throw asyati, in that suryasta word is also there. Parasta, parasyati. Parasyati means throws that side, throws the other side. Parasyati. Then another thing is abhyasyati. Abhyasta, abhyasa. Abhyasyati, abhyasta, abhyasa, abhyasi. Abhyasi. All these words are familiar in Indian languages also. Samasyati. Samasa, joining. Samasyati. Samasyati means Samasyati joining Samasa. Then Vyasa, Vyasyati separates it. Veda Vyasa comes from Vyasyati. Vyasyati means separates it. And V means opposite. Throws opposite, throws separately. Throws some together. Throws together. Throw means put, you can take it as a put also. Put together or put separate. Vyasyati, Samasyati. See, from Vyasyati, Vyasa comes, and Samasyati, Samasa comes. Vyasyati, Samasyati, Abhyasyati. Vyasa, Samasa, Abhyasa. You know, what are the others? Vyasa, Samasa, Abhyasa. I think these are the most common. Other words, I think I am not recall. I am not able to recall at the moment. Door much. Sak. I'm too sensitive to sound. I get irritated. So another. So nirasyati, nirasa. Where is the word nirasa? Mula vidya nirasa, isn't it? Nirasyati, throw it out. Scattering or throwing out. Nirasa. Avidya nirasa. Anything nirasa, throwing out, dismissing. Nirasa is dismissing. Scattering or dismissing also. Dismissing, defeating, like that. In Prasyati also is there, but I think you have not read many Sanskrit books, so you are not familiar. Prasyati is also there, but that will come later. So, okay. So, Vayuh Shaman Meghan Nirasyati. Correct. So, Nirasyati scatters. Scattering, dismissing, throwing out, like that. Okay. Dismissing. Next sentence.
People praise the givers of food to the hungry.
This is also beautiful. See, he is not advising it, but just indirectly is telling that's a good idea. It is a praiseworthy. That's why some Orthodox people, Tamil Nadu, Orthodox Sanskrit scholar, connected to Kanchi Matha. And I spoke to him, Bhandarkar is a very beautiful book. He told, he knows English. He told, it's a very good book it is. Because in sentences, the examples he gives for translation are very good. They retain Indian culture. Okay. 24th sentence. 24th. Read out English once more.
People praise the givers of food to the hungry.
Okay.
Of food to the hungry. Shuddhitaya annasya datrun janaah shlaghante.
ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಲ ಹೇಳು.
ಕ್ಷುಧಿತಾಯ ಅನ್ನಸ್ಯ ಧಾತೃನ್ ಜನಾಃ ಶ್ಲಾಘಂತೆ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಮಿಕ್ಕದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೇ. ನಾವು ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೀಚ್ ಸಮ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್. ಸಿ, ಹಂಗ್ರಿ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಡ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ದ ಹಂಗ್ರಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸೇ? ಸಿ, ಗುಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ, ಬಟ್ ದ ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸೇ? But it is used. The good. The beautiful. So here, when you beautiful or good adjective should be followed by a noun. The good person, a good person you have to say. But when you use only adjective with simply the, without noun, it means plural. The hungry means plural.
Okay.
That's why the hungry people, that's what it means. That's why I have to tell that English grammar. The hungry means plural here. If you say a hungry person, a hungry person, then the a comes there. A hungry person. If you put da, da means particular here. Now we don't know the which particular person. Then we are using the da to skip that noun, people, hungry people. The people word is skipped, and to the adjective directly the word is added to the hungry. Means to hungry people. Once you add the people, you don't need the da again. Giving food, givers of the food to hungry people. To hungry people is enough. So if you want to skip the people, add the da to it. So directly adjective alone is used as a noun here, isn't it? The very adjective hungry is used as a noun with da, without the word people. The hungry. The good means good people. The good means the good people. The intelligent means the intelligent people. So therefore, now you correct and tell me the sentence.
Shruditebhyah annasya datrun janaah shlaghante.
Correct. Shruditebhyah annasya datrun janaah shlaghante. Allave? Shlaghante or prashamsanti, whatever you can say. Annasya datrun, he wants to use that way. Annasya dataraha. Annasya dataraha. Annasya datrun. Okay, so hilli datrun is a new word we learned. Kshudita is already is a akaranta. Though it is a new word, but the form is a familiar. Only the new word anna is also known to us. Datrun is a new word we learned. Okay, next.
Sita's husband and her husband's brother searched for Sita.
Correct.
Sitayaha bharta devacha Sitayai anvishyatam.
Oh, searched. Andalla. You say again, there is a mistake. In the verb, there is a mistake. Okay, I'll point out. Sitayaha bharta, Sitayaha. Another thing, bharta is the only word. I think there is no other word. Okay. Prabhu, no, Prabhu Allah. Patihi. Vallabha is a lover aguttade. So bharta is correct. In fact, pati is another word, but pati ikaranta shabda is little different from hari shabda. Therefore, he has not covered here. It is an irregular word. Vishesha shabda in Sanskrit we call them. Hari shabda is a samanya shabda. All ikaranta punlingas follow the hari, but pati is a little different. So exceptional word. So it is different. Therefore, he is not using the pati shabda. He is not teaching the pati shabda now. He is postponing the pati shabda. Though pati shabda is common in Indian languages, in Sanskrit he is postponing pati shabda to the second book. But therefore, he is using bharta. Sitayaha bharta. Did you say that?
From the Sitayaha bharta.
Sitayaha bharta, one. And Sitayaha Devacha, correct. Because bhartuhu bhrata, too much aguttade. Devacha. Deva is Deva, Devarau, Devaraha, like that. So Sitayaha bharta, Devacha, this both. Sitayai, for sake of Sita. In the verb you made a mistake. Read that.
Anvishyatam.
See, Isha is the main dhatu, Anu is upasarga. The akara you are adding, prefixing, to make it a past tense should be prefixed to the direct verb, not to the upasarga.
Correct, Swamiji.
Anubhavati, if you make it a past tense, Anubhavati, you don't make it. You remove you first split the upasarga, prefix separate, make it a past tense, abhavat, then add the anu, anvabhavat. Like that you have to say. So, anvishyatam and agalla. Head.
He becomes Aisha.
Model Isha and Medga. Aishat, Aishatam, Aishan.
Aishan.
Anu plus add.
Anu plus I. Anvaishyatam.
Correct. Correct. Sitayaha bharta and Devacha. See, Deva is a peculiar word. Devacha Sitayai. ದ್ವಿತೀಯನೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಸೀತಾಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಚ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೀತಾ. ಸೀತಾಯೈ అంటే తాం అన్విష్యతి. కరెక్ట్. సీతాం ద్వితీయ విభక్తే బెటర్. సీతాం అన్వైష్యత. See, anvaishyatam. Here bharta is a one word, deva is a second word. Anvaishyatam we have to learn here. See, anu plus isha. Isha ishyati. Then fourth gana. You make it past tense. Mother first you say ishyati, ishyataha, ishyanti. Then make it a past tense aishyat. Because a plus e, it should become guna only. Anveshyati. No, I think it becomes vruddhi only. Aishyat. Or should we refer? I have not brought any form. Anvaishyatam. Anu. Anvaishyatam is correct. Did I write anything? Anvaishyatam correct. So the a and e should become guna. Aishyatam, anveshyatam it should become. But here it becomes vruddhi only. So aishyatam. So aishyat, aishyatam, aishyan. That is the form. Aishyat, aishyatam, aishyan. Aishyat, aishyatam, aishyan. So you make it. Then, so anu ishyati. In these things, as I told you, I am just repeating. You can't, in order to make the past tense, you have to prefix the a to the verb. So here first remove the upasarga first. Prefix you remove it and add the a to it and make it a past tense, then add the upasarga. And that is the paddhati we have been following. That's the Sanskrit's way. So therefore, anu plus aishyatam, anvaishyat, anvaishyatam, anvaishyan. So here, anu plus aishyatam, anvaishyatam. Okay. Anu plus aishyatam, anvaishyatam. Okay, it's complete. Of 19 chapters out of 32, we have finished 19. Come to the 20. Means more than 50% over. So more than 50%. 20 onwards, 10 chapters ಆದರೆ 29th ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. Then 30, 31, 32 means only 13 chapters are there. If you finish 13 chapters, we will be able to finish the book. Okay, now coming to the 20th chapter. Okay, in 20th chapter, Sankhyaam janasi. Samskrite katham vaktavyam iti. Vimshatihi. Do you know that? Ekaha. Eka is in 3 lingas. Ekaha is punlinga, eka strilinga, ekam napunsakalinga. Will it come later, just orally I am telling. Ika dvau when you say, dvi when you use it, only dvau, only dvivachana alone exists. Dvau, dvabhyam, dvayoho, that's all. No ekavachana, no bahuvachana. How can there be? For 2 you can't have ekavachana and bahuvachana. Okay. So for punlinga, dvau. For strilinga and napunsakalinga, dve. For both. Dvabhyam is same, dvayoho same. Only Prathama Dvitiya Vibhakti alone different, remaining is same. For 3, Punlinga 3 Trayaha it will be. For Punlinga Trayaha, for again only Bahuvachana, there won't be Ekavachana for it. See, Trayaha Treen, like Ramaha Harihi, no Ramaha Raman, Trayaha Treen, Tribihi, Tribhyaha Trayanam Trisho. It will be like that. It will come later, I am just giving you now. Then for Strilinga is complicated. Tisraha, it will be. For Napumsakalinga, Trini, remaining is Purlinga. Tribhihi, Tribhyaha, Trayanam Trisho. Little complicated. From Chatuhu onwards, all are plural only. Chatvaraha. Purlinga is different. So here that way if you go, Chatu, if you take only the basic number, Trihi, Ekaha, Eka, Dvi, only Pratipadika I am using. Eka, Dvi, Tri, Chatuh, Pancha, Shat, Sapta, Ashta, Nava, Dasha. Ekadasha, Dvadasha, Trayodasha, Chaturdasha, all that we know. Last one is either Navadasha or Ekona Vinsha. Vimsha is 20. Vimsha is an adjective, it is a Vimshatihi in fact. 20 is, Dasha is 10, Vimshatihi is 20, Trimshat 30, like that. So Vimshatihi is 20. If you have to say 20th, Vimshaha Pataha.
Okay.
Vimshaha Pataha. Vimshatihi is 20. Vimshati Janaha, like that. But Vimshaha Pataha, 20th lesson. Similarly, Dasha Janaha. Dasha is a Nakaranta pada. We have not learnt it, it will come later. So Dasha Janaha, Samasa. It's not a one Dasha. Then whether Samasa or even separate word also means the same thing. But if you have to say 10th, Dashamaha you have to say. For 20, Vimshah Pataha. Now we are going to study Vimshah Pataha. Atra, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಲು ಅರ್ಥವಾಗ್ತದೆ. ವಿಂಶೇ ಪಾಠೆ ಅಥ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ವಿಂಶತಿತಮ ಪಾಠ. ತಮ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ 20th. ವಿಂಶತಿತಮಃ ಪಾಠಃ ಅಥವಾ ವಿಂಶಃ ಪಾಠಃ. तो एवं विंशे पाठे एवन्नदि किमस्ति तस्यैव उकारान्तशब्दस्य ऋकारान्तशब्दस्य अवशिष्टविभक्त्यन्तरूपाणि. एतावत्पर्यन्तं पूर्वस्मिन् पाठे चतुर्थीविभक्तिपर्यन्तं रूपाणि पठितानि. We have to say. I think that unless you get it that Krudantas, you can't understand this thing. Otherwise, I have to speak Samskrita Bharati, Sanskrit, and that is like ridiculous. That is. So I have to. If you have to go with the traditional Sanskrit, then you have to complete that chapter. I am waiting for that. Once you complete the chapter, then my Sanskrit part. Second book I will speak only in Sanskrit. Second book I shall speak only in Sanskrit. But I think, or if you understand, I can speak then. So. Purvasmin Pate, Purvasmin, you understand? Purvasmin Pate, Chaturtha Vibhakti Paryantam, Ukaranta Shabdanam, Rukaranta Shabdanam, Rupani, Patitani, Shikshitani. Patitani studied, Shikshitani learnt. Adhuna Asmin Pate, Tasyaiva Rukarantasya Avashishtani Rupani, Avashishta Vibhaktinam Rupa, Vibhakyanta Rupani, Tathaiva Rukarantasya. ऋकारांत शब्दस्य अवशिष्ट रूपाणि पठनीयानि सन्ति. अस्मिन् पाठे पठावः और पठिष्यावः. पठावः we study, पठिष्यावः we will study. Okay, अस्तु. ಈಗ ಅದು ಪಂಚಮಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ. ಪಂಚಮಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ shall I write that now? ಉಕಾರಾಂತ ಶಬ್ದಸ್ಯ ಪಂಚಮಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ. Did we, are we learning Rukaranta? Netru Shabda. Okay. So, for Rama Shabda, Prathama, Dvitiya, up to 4 we have compared. Now coming to the Rama Shabda, for Chaturthi Vibhakti, no, Panchami, Ramat. Why Ramat? It is a special addition, special substitute. Tangasing Asam Inatsya. Panini uses one sutra for Tritiya Vibhakti and Panchami Shashti. Ta Ngasi Ngasam. Ta is Tritiya. Ngasi Ngasa. Panchami Shashti. Ina At Sya. Ina add Ramena. At Ramat. Sya Ramasya. So Ina At Sya. Panini uses Tangasi Ngasam Inat Sya. That is Panini's style of telling. That means this Rama Shabda, Panchami and Shashti Vibhaktiyanta Pratyayas, they are just no common rule. If there is a common rule, he would have made a rule which is applicable to all words. It is not applicable to all words, is a special case, therefore he has to say a special word. That's why Rama Shabda teaches a lot of exceptions. But unfortunately in Sanskrit you study Rama Shabda which is full of exceptions only. So Ramat we say. Rama plus Ta and it becomes Dirgha. So Ta is the suffix here. So Ramat we say. Okay. Then Hari Shabda. Hari Shabda takes guna. Pratyaya is as. In Rama Shabda, as is replaced by ta. Or shall I write that also? As is a common word. Okay. This as is replaced by ta in Rama Shabda. In Hari Shabda, see, we are talking of Panchami Vibhakti. Okay? Panchami Vibhakti. So Hari takes guna. Hare. As remains as it is. So there is a sandhi, special sandhi. What is that? Akara comes, that it merges into it. Ramotra. Similar to that. Hare, as, hares. Sa becomes visarga. So changes to Hare. Guru Shabda also same way. What is that? It takes guna. It becomes Guru. Guru. It is becomes Hare. Hare plus as. Hares. Because Akara merges into it. Neither written nor pronounced. Sa alone remains. Sa changes to Visarga. Hare. That's it. Similarly here, Guru takes guna. The ending vowel, ukara. The ending vowel ukara takes gunadesha. Takes the guna substitute. So Guru becomes O because the guna of U is O. Guna of E is A. So Hare, similar to that, Guru. So Guru plus as. A merges into it. That is what Purva Rupa Sandhi we call it. Purva Rupa means between these two there are two sandhis. One is Purva Rupa Sandhi, another is Para Rupa Sandhi. Purva Rupa Sandhi means the Purva Rupa is retained, previous form is retained and later form merges into it. That is a Purva Rupa Sandhi. And Para Rupa Sandhi means only Purva form is merges, disappears, Para form, later form alone is retained. Therefore, in all these changes, the basic Sandhi rules which Panini commonly uses is, one is Savarna Dirgha. Okay, you're writing right down. I'll tell you a list of, you can make a list of these things. Common rules, Sandhi rules, which are often applicable in all these derivations. For all these derivations, note down, first is Savarna Dirgha. You can write there only, next. Seven Sandhis, 7 rules. One is Savarna Dirgha. Second is Guna. Third is Vruddhi. Fourth is Yanadesha. Fifth is Ayadi, Ayadyadesha. Then sixth is Purva Rupa, Purva Rupa Adesha. Seventh is Pararupa, Purva Rupa Adesha, Pararupa Adesha. These are the seven. Common Sandhis Panini uses. In all derivations, wherever possible, these things he applies it. That's why you can see them in all these things only. Hari takes Guna. After Guna, what happens? Purva Rupa Sandhi. Purva Rupa Sandhi comes, means A is retained, Hare, As merges into it. Here, in some places, later form is later form is retained. Previous form merges into it. So these are all the seven foundational changes. Panini takes these seven and keeps on applying all to the entire Sanskrit language. Therefore, first these seven should be learned. Wherever, in order to derive any form, first apply these seven. If these seven are not enough, then you have to make extra additions. Just now you see At, he used like that. You have to add the extra addition. That is we call Adesha. Extra Adeshas, extra Agamas Panini adopts in order to derive. Otherwise, if with these basic seven alone, if a form is derived, can be derived, that's all he goes about deriving them. So these seven are basic foundational changes. First you try to see which of these seven is applicable here in order to derive a form. If you can derive a form with these seven, they are enough. Where these seven are not enough, then you take some extra Adesha or Agama, either substitute or an addition. And these are all the basic seven Panini uses. Therefore, first learn these seven and master them. It becomes easy. That means a number of twists and turns. These seven are twists and turns. See, your Guru becomes Guru. Like Harayaha, what did we do? Harihi, Hari, Harayaha. In Hari, what happens? Purva Rupa Sandhi. Hari plus Au. Au is a common pratyaya. Su Au Jas. Hari plus Au. The Au merges into it. Hari becomes Hari. Guru plus Au, Guru. Purva Rupa Sandhi there. In Hari plus As, Bahuvachana. Prathama Bahuvachana. It Guna takes it. Then again Hare, again Purva Rupa Sandhi. So always he uses Purva Rupa, Pararupa out of these seven. You remember these seven, keep on applying, it becomes easy. Most of the derivations come under seven alone. So Panini got these are the, what you call them, foundational. Foundational, these seven changes. With these seven changes, he derives almost all words. Let's say any word you can understand with these seven. Therefore, first he teaches these seven sandhis. Okay, so Guru plus As. First, because it takes Guna. Because we have to derive the Guru. Now, see, we take the basic form, Pratipadika, and see what is already the form that is already in use in the society, in the language. That is a Siddha Rupa we call. Siddha Rupa means the forms which are already in use in the language. Taking the Siddha Rupa, we have to derive the Siddha Rupa with the help of this Pratipadika, basic form. From the basic form, you have to derive the Siddha Rupa. How do you know Siddha Rupa from the language? See, there is no rule that we have to follow this alone. The words which are already in use in the society, in the language, they are those Siddha Rupas. Means ready-made forms which are used in the language. We take them as a standard forms. We try to derive them from this basic form. Guru is a common Shabda. From this we have to derive all the seven Vibhaktis and all Vachanas. Ekavachana, Dvivachana, Bahuvachana. Then what are this Guru, Hare, where do you get them? You get from the language. Get from the language. Then how do you arrive at this? From the Guru, how do you arrive at? So the few steps are there. The steps, the changes is seven. This is what Panini is using. Panini uses within, that's why he watched all the language. What are the minimum number of changes are there? All the changes he tried to reduce them. Ultimately he found the seven are the common changes. If you take these seven changes, you can derive the entire language. A few places you require an extra additions, extra adesha substitutes. Okay, let us leave them extra. Wherever necessary, you can take them. But a common changes, these are the twists and turns. These are the 7. He observed the entire language from the basic form to the forms which are ready-made forms. That is Siddha Rupas. Ready-made forms used in the language. Used in the language. How do you derive? For deriving, he found 7 basic changes. And with the help of the 7, most of the words you derive. Most of the changes you can explain with this 7. See, people think grammar is complicated. I tell you, it's not complicated. There is a logic in it. If you want to learn grammar, learn the logic and not by memorization. Correct. If you go by memorization, grammar is too complicated. There is nothing. There is nothing so complicated as a grammar. Like mathematics, if you try to memorize mathematics, can you learn mathematics? No. Learn the logic in it. I'm not a good mathematician, I tell you. In my school days, up to 8th class, I was okay. Later, I got spoiled. I don't know, because I became spoiled means I became interested in Bhagavad Gita. Once I became too serious in Vedanta, most of the time Gayatri Japa, Bhagavad Gita, Parayana, and then trying to understand meaning. Then I started thinking, what is life and all. My grammar, my subject is gone now. I started losing. I started getting less marks. Once I became serious about Vedanta, I started getting less marks. So that's different. So he says, so you can understand the grammar by principles. Understand the logic in it. It becomes easy. And you can see the beautiful logic in it. Like the 7 principles, if you learn, you can make any change. So Guru, first you have to derive the Guru. How do you do? As is a pratyaya. As is a pratyaya applicable to all words. Panchami Vibhakti. So when it is a common pratyaya for all, as is directly applicable to many, and a few places you have to make substitutes, like in Rama Shabda. As is not useful, you have to bring the extra substitute ta there in case of Rama. In case of Hari, you can retain as, only make some extra changes, add the A. E should change to Guna, that's all. Once E changes to Guna, takes Guna substitute, Guna Desha, then the to Pararupa, Purvarupa, out of the 7 apply them. Purvarupa applied. Then Hare, Hares, Sa changes to Visarga, is over. Sa changing to Visarga is again Sandhi rule. Now Guru takes Gunadesha. Guru plus As. Because again the same thing. Like that Purva Rupa Sandhi. Purva Rupa Sandhi, Gurus and Guru. So Guru, what? The ready-made form available in the language can be derived in this way with the 2 steps. 2 or 3 steps. One is Gunadesha. Second is Purva Rupa Sandhi. Third is Sa changing to Visarga. With the 3 steps you derive them. This is how Panini goes. Anyway, we are not teaching, in fact, Panini, and those who are listening to this my Sanskrit classes may feel bored because we are going into Panini. Since you are interested, I am touching. But we will talk about the Panini separate classes. I think after we complete these things, we will touch the Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi. There I explain all this logic, how it works. It's very beautiful to learn. We'll learn later. Now we are only learning the language. So those who are not interested, we need not go into these details. Those who are interested may say, otherwise directly learn the Harehe Guroho is enough. Isn't it? Ramat Harehe Guroho. Then coming to the Kartru Shabda. Now Kartru or Netru. Let us take Netru. Netru or Kartru, which one you like?
Kartru.
Kartru only you are doing. Because in Kartru there is a Ru comes that complicates it. That's why I have taken Netru. Netru. Because Netru, in Kartru, there is one more Tru. Ru is there. Kar. That Ra another comes, complicates it for the beginners. Therefore we use the Netru. Netru plus As. Here again, the form, the ready-made form in the language is Netuhu. So Ukara is there. Ukara. Now here this Ru has to be changed to Ukara. No, there is no rule. Out of these 7, don't help. Do the 7 help. If you take the Ru into Guna, Ar aguttade. U beku. So you can't do anything. Therefore these 7 rules don't help. Then you have to bring extra. Therefore Netru becomes Netuhu. The Ru changes to U. Netu, that's all. Netu, As is there already. Then Purva Rupa Sandhi you take it and Netuhu. Netus. Purva Rupa Sandhi. So Netuhu. So minimum change. Panini wants to make as minimum as possible and you can derive. Netuhu. Okay. Panchami is over. Then coming to the Shashti. In Shashti, I think I don't write, you can only say orally. Rama plus us only. But here again, Panini took extra role. In place of us, only Sya comes. Ramasya. As comes. Ramasya. Then Harehe. Panchami Shashti is same. Harehe Harehe. Guroho Guroho. Then Netuhu Netuhu. In the remaining three words, Panchami is the same applicable to Shashti also. Oh, we forgot to tell about Dvitiya and Dvivachana and Bahuvachana. So, okay, Ramat Ramabhyam. Bhyam is same. Ramabhyam. Coming to the plural. Panchami only? We are trying Panchami. Then Panchami is Bhyaha. Ramebhyaha, Haribhyaha, Gurubhyaha, Netrubhyaha. Earlier we have studied. In the Chaturthi Vibhakti, what we have studied, the same thing is applicable in Panchami also. In Panchami Bahuvachana. Panchami Bahuvachana is, let us take complete form. Ramat, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyaha. Ramat is extra. Now Haribhyam, no sorry, Harehe, Haribhyam, Haribhyaha. Guru Shabdaki, Guroho, Gurubhyam, Gurubhyaha. Netruki, Netuhu, Netrubhyam, Netrubhyaha. Panchami is over. Coming to the Shashti. Coming to the Shashti, I only remove this. Why? I think only this alone remove. We don't have to remove everything. For us, Panini says, for Rama Shabda, special is Sya. Sya takes. Ramasya. So here it is Ramasya. Okay. For Harehe, for Ekavachana, Harehe, Harehe same. Guroh, Guroh, Netuh, Netuh same. In Ekavachanas it is easy. Coming to the Dvivachana. Dvivachana there is a little complicated. Os is a pratyaya. Rama plus os. Rama plus os. Shall I remove this and do again? Because we have to write new forms. Rama plus os. Os is the pratyaya. Okay. For Rama, Rama Yoha is the form. So Ya is coming. How do you do that? We have to go by our normal rules. Like you puzzle, they give them something like a puzzle alone. You give them. Now you can't just add Ya and Rama, Ya, Yama, Yos. You can't add Ya and go like that. Within these 7 rules, you try to apply. Rama can take first guna. If you take Rame, okay. Then Ayadi, Ramai. Ramai plus Os, Ramayos. See how Panini joins it. See, within this given 7 alone, you have to try. Try within this 7. Now, Ramayoh is the ready-made form in the language available. Okay. Now, Rama plus Os, with the help of these two, how do you derive Ramayoh? With the help of these 7 principles. If 7 rules are not enough, then you have to bring the extra Adesha, you have to bring it. Now, Rama Ninda, how do you bring Yoh? First he says take Rama plus A, Gunadesha. Gunadesha Agalla. I think here Gunadesha Honda, because he's a Akarakki Guna is a alone. Therefore, he adds extra A. He adds extra A. Sorry, I forgot it. He adds, see, Ramebhyaha, there he has added. Ramebhyaha. Similar A he takes here. So A he adds extra. Once you add the A, remaining these normal Sandhi rules are enough. Here the A you add extra. Rame, That's all. Once you add the A, then Ayadi Sandhi comes. Ramai. Ramai plus Os Ramayo. In Hari, it is easier, much easier. Because here Guna takes. Here Guna is not possible. Guna is not enough in Rama Shabda. In Rama Shabda, Guna is not possible. You have to bring the Ekara extra. Ekara substitute. Here Guna is possible. Hari becomes Hare. Hare plus As. No. Haryo. No, it is Haryoho. Hari. Just wait. No, I think Gunadesha is not required. I forgot. I noted down. Haryo. Oh, simply Yanadesha. Directly Yanadesha. Correct. That's what I'm telling you. Try to apply this 7. Directly apply Yanadesha. That's all. You don't need to do anything. Yanadesha directly apply. So Hari Yoho Haryoho. This is Gurvoho. Then this is again Yanadesha. Netroho. Only Yanadesha. That's all. Simply. Now you don't have to add any more thing. That's why I told this 7, you remember, try to apply 7 of them. So Haryoho, Gurvoho, Netroho. Sorry, not Netroho. Okay. Thru becomes Tra. Os is there again. Troho. Netroho. So Dvivachana is over. Coming to the Bahuvachana, Am is the Pratyaya. Am is the Pratyaya. Rama plus Am. But one more thing, Na gets added in all forms, in all masculine forms. Na plus Am becomes Nam. In fact, in plural, in Shashti Bahuvachana, there are only 3 forms. Na gets added to the masculine forms in Pullingas, Nam. No, even I think Strilinga also. In some places, Nam. Some places only Am remains. In some places, Sam. In Sarvanama, Sam comes. So Sam, Nam, Am. Only 3. Am, Nam, Sam. Only 3 forms. Am is common to all. In some forms, Nakara takes. In Sarvanamas, only Sakara takes. So Am, Nam, Sam. Shashti, Bahuvachana, all only these 3. It becomes easy if you can remember. Otherwise, each word you learn separately, it becomes very difficult. So anyway, so Rama plus Am, Na gets added, then it becomes a Nam. Now the previous vowel gets lengthened in all these Punlingas. Gets lengthened. So Rama plus Nam, Ramanam. Ramanam, Ra being there, it becomes Na, Ramanam. Na, and it becomes strengthened, lengthened. Okay, Ramanam. This is Harinam. Gurunam. Netrunam. Okay. Hari, Nam is added here always. So Na in all the Punlingas. So Hari becomes a long one, Harinam. Because the Na changes to Na because of the Refa, Ra, you know it, Guru Nam. Because Ra is there in all the 4, therefore all of them become Nam. It becomes easy. Now you complete the Shashti Vibhakti. No, Ramasya Ramayoh Ramanam. Hare Haryoh Harinam. ಗುರೋಃ ಗುರ್ವೋಃ ಗುರುಣಾಂ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೇತುಃ ನೇತ್ರೋಃ ನೇತॄಣಾಂ ಷಷ್ಠಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, shall we do Saptami also? We'll complete. I think vocabulary we'll do tomorrow, but at least this we'll complete. This vibhaktis we complete. Now, in Saptami Ekavachana, first you say, E is the pratyaya. E is the common pratyaya. But E in Rama Shabda it is retained Rame. But in Hari Shabda, Au comes. In Guru Shabda, Au comes. This is Saptami Ekavachana. Okay? Saptami Ekavachana. E is the basic pratyaya. But in Hari and Guru, it takes Au. So, Rama plus E, see it, Rame. Netru plus E, Itru takes Gunadesha. Netar. And E is added. Netari. Like that. Kartari. Netari. Kartari ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Kartari ಶಬ್ದ ಇದೆ. Kartari ಪ್ರಯೋಗ. Same thing. Kartari means in kartru. In kartru is Saptami Ekavachana it is. Kartari prayoga. Netru netari. Kartru kartrari. Pitru pitari. Bhratru bhratari. Matru matari. Like that. So it Ru takes Gunadesha and E remains anyway. So netari. In Hari and Guru, this is Pararupadesha. Au comes and then E is replaced by Au. Harau, Gurau, like that. So Ikara gets dropped. This is Pararupadesha. I told you Pararupadesha. Here you see Harau, Illi Gurau. Or they may say that in place of E directly Au gets substituted. Then Netari. Okay. Now say Saptami Vibhakti. Rama becomes Rame. Hari becomes Harau. Andre Hariyalli. Kavau Kaviyalli. Kali Shabda ide. Kaliyuga. Kaliyuga ki Saptami Ekavachana Kaliyugadalli. Andre Kalau Yuge. Kaliyuge if you use as a samasa, Kaliyugaha ಮಾಡಿದರೆ Kaliyuge ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ. If you want to use separately, Kalau Yuge. Kalau Yuge, like that. Harau, Gurau. Gurau Bhakti. Harau Bhakti ಅಂದರೆ Bhakti towards, in him. In Hari, in Guru. Towards him or in. When you say Harau, Gurau, like that. Gurau Namrata, there is one thing. There is a Namrata, humility towards Guru, like that. Gurau Namrata. Okay, Harau Bhakti, like that. Then Netru Netari. Netari we have told that what Kartari. Kartari Prayoga means a active voice. Kartari Prayoga. So Saptami Ekavachana is over. Saptami Dvivachana is like Shashti only. What is that? Ramayoho, Haryoho, Gurvoho, Netroho. That is already done. Ika Saptami Bahuvachana. In Saptami Bahuvachana, Su. In Rama Shabda, Bahuvachane, Jhalye, of course there is a. So Rama Shabda, A takes it, A. Therefore Rame plus Su, when there is a vowel other than A, Sa changes to Sha. That is again general Sandhi rule. Rameshu. Isn't it? Rameshu. Ramesh. Then Hari. Harishu. Guru. Gurushu. Netru. नेतृषु नेतृषु So Saptami, first let us repeat this thing. Rameshu, Harishu, Gurushu, Netrushu. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ದ ಸಪ್ತಮಿ ವಿಭಕ್ತಿ ಏಕವಚನ ಬಹುವಚನ ದ್ವಿವಚನ. ನಾವು ಸೇ ರಾಮೇ ರಾಮಯೋಃ ರಾಮೇಶು, ಹರೌ ಹರ್ಯೋಃ ಹರಿಷು, ಗುರೌ ಗುರ್ವೋಃ ಗುರುಷು, ನೇತರಿ ನೇತ್ರೋಃ ನೇತೃಷು. You have studied this before? Oh, totally. Okay, totally new forms. Okay, now let us. So Saptami once more we will repeat. Rame, Ramayoh, Rameshu. Then Harau, Haryoh, Harishu, Gurau, Gurvoh, Gurushu, Netari, Netroh, Netrushu. I think this way, vibhakti wise, this is a study. Generally, they study shabda wise. You take one shabda, study all the vibhaktis. But here you take vibhakti wise all shabdas. See, there are two ways of doing. Panini says, Panini's method is vibhakti wise all shabdas he takes. But Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi and Siddhanta Kaumudi, these, they take shabda wise and derive all the vibhaktis. They take one shabda, Rama shabda, derive all the vibhakti. Then Hari shabda, derive all vibhakti. Then another shabda, derive. They go by shabda wise all vibhaktis. Panini, that's why this is that it become difference. That's why some people criticize this Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi, particularly Arya Samajis, hey, we should go to the original Panini. I feel both have an advantage, both have a disadvantage. I see combine both, nobody thought of it. Nobody thought of combining these two. Each one, even though the quarrel is going on. Arya Samaj still they criticize. These people say, oh, Lagu is very best method, nothing wrong in it, therefore Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi alone they continue. Ashtadhyayi they study at a later stage. After mastering all the shabdas in a shabda wise, Lagu method and Siddhanta Kaumudi method, later they go to Ashtadhyayi. Arya Samajis they don't like it. But Arya Samajis also the disadvantage is if you go directly by vibhakti, you are not able to derive certain words. That also is becoming. So why not combine two? I think nobody got this idea. Combining two. I just got this idea and I am writing the book. Combine these two. Panini as well as Lagu. Combine these two together. So nobody will complain and you will get an advantage of Paninis as well as Lagu Kaumudis. Kaumudi and Paninis, both advantage you get it. And you will get master both. And you understand the better. Okay. So Rame, Ramayoh, Rameshu. Harau, Haryoh, Harishu. Gurau, Gurvoh, Gurushu. And Netari, Netroh, Netrushu, Saptami over. Now coming to the Sambodhana Vibhakti. See, Sambodhanas also, they study each Shabda separately. We study Sambodhanas together. In Sambodhana, only Prathama Vibhakti alone. In Dvitiya and Tritiya, what is the Prathama Vibhakti? Same thing is applicable. No, sorry. In Dvivachana and Bahuvachana, Prathama Vibhakti Rupas are directly used. Only in Ekavachana alone some change takes place. So Sambuddhi in Rama Shabda, Rama, only R remains. Oh, stopped writing. I don't know why. Ink is exhausted so quickly. So Rama. Here is He Rama.
Just Rama.
Ashte Rama. Hari Guna takes. Here also Guna takes. Rama takes Guna. Therefore Rama only. Hari takes Guna. Hare. Then Guru takes Guna. Guru. He Guru we call it. Hey Shambho, I think I told you this Shambho. The Shambhu they were telling. That girl who was singing on YouTube. Then Hara Hara Shambhu. Hara Hara Shambhu Allah, Hara Hara Shambho. Shambho it should be Guru. Shambhu, Shambhu she was repeating. And nobody is bothering to correct her. I don't know, they say it is a viral and all India. Somebody should go and tell her Shambhu Allah, it is a Shambho. Sambodhana Vibhakti. Hara Hara you are using it. Okay, Netru ki Sambodhana Vibhakti is Netaha. Okay. Netar they call. Netar or Ra can change to Visarga also. Netaha or Netar, it can be any. Okay. That's why Hare Rama, we call it. Hare is Sambodhana, Rama is Sambodhana. All are Sambodhana. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All these are Sambodhana Vibhakti. Like that. So Guru, Hey Guru, they call it. Guru, Shambho. ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ತೆಲುಗು ಟೀಚರ್ ಇದ್ದ. He would address the students like this. If he doesn't answer, he would say, "Hey Shambho, nuvve Shambho chappu." He would say, "Hey Shambho," he would call them. Shambho. He would call Shambho. Andre, we didn't know. We thought that he's abusing. Abusing means taunting, not abusing. We thought that he's taunting name. Later we understood it is Shambhu's form, Shambho. We thought he is taunting. Guru, hey Guru, we call it. Okay. Now Vibhakti, let us say. Rama, Ramau, Ramaha. Dvitiya, Dvivachana and Bahuvachana is same as Prathama Vibhakti. Only this Ekavachana alone changes. Now Hare, Harau, Harayaha. Harau, Harayaha. Prathama Vibhakti. Say. Hari here, sorry. Hare, Hari, Harayaha. Correct. Hare, Hari, Harayaha. Then Guru, Guravaha. Netruki, Netar, Netarau, Netaraha. This is the Sambodhana Vibhakti. Okay. I think 825. Some Napunsakalinga we have to say. What is that? Madhu and Kartru. We'll tell this tomorrow. And also some vocabulary also we'll tell. I think tomorrow we'll finish the vocabulary and you can start translation. So today you have no homework at all. Isn't it? After this, some Strilinga Shabdas of Ukaranta, Ikaranta, Strilinga Shabdas, and Rukaranta, all the three Strilinga Shabdas. After Strilinga Shabdas, then comes one imperative mood. After imperative mood comes the Krudantas. That Krudantas will bring a big turning in Sanskrit. Lot of words, many forms become familiar. That one Krudanta chapter, 2 chapters I think, that will change. Thereafter we can speak in Sanskrit only. Okay. We can learn all the things. All the Patha. Thereafter all classes. Once we learn this thing, then other classes, whatever Vedanta classes also, we can start, and then Sanskrit alone. We can start now Sanskrit class. Vedanta class we can start. I think after this, whatever little time, at least half an hour, take a Prakriya Prativigna. You have a Prakriya Prativigna? Okay. Here you have? Or you have to bring from Mysore? Okay. Urgent ಏನಲ್ಲ. After this chapter salo. Or at the end of this book, let us see. At the end of this chapter, at the end of this book, we will do, but keep it, bring and keep it. So, because we may start in 10-15 days, in 2 weeks we may start. Therefore, better. 2 weeks. I think after 2 weeks we may start. So that is a separate class. At least half an hour will start. Gradually, depending upon your time and mood, it may go to 45 minutes. Okay. Because the text should move, otherwise a very big book. And then you wanted a particular one, or a whole Prakriya Prativigna, or a particular Prasthana. Complete. Okay. Then we will do that. That's a very highly complex one, highly deep one. But Prakriya Prativigna, we will cover that. We'll explain Sanskrit and also a little English, because those who cannot understand Sanskrit, they will understand. We'll explain both in English as well as Sanskrit. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Guru.